One of the best things about this screening, besides, seeing it 2 weeks early before the movie comes out, besides that, the best thing was at the very end of the credits, it says executive produced by Michael Bay. The entire crowd booed when his name popped up. That was so great to see. Bumblebee. Thanks to Regal Entertainment doing a 2 weeks early access premiere to Bumblebee, it was something special for me to do, to go see it very, very early. This is definitely one of the movies I got to see early that I'm really proud I got to be a part of. Even though it was an open thing where everyone could go see it, it still feels really weird that I've seen a movie that doesn't come out from weeks till now. And so yes, I did see Bumblebee last night, and I'm here to talk about it because the embargo's been lifted, and I can talk about it. So here it is. This movie stars Hailee Steinfield and is directed by Travis Knight, who did Kubo and the Two Strings. If you've not seen that movie, that is one of the best animated movies this past decade, for sure. The stop motion animation, everything about it. Go see that if you have not seen it. And so this movie is not directed by Michael Bay, which is fantastic. This movie is set in 1997 or 87. It was 87, I think. Oh yeah, it was the 80s. Or it was something 87, I know that. Either way, Hailee Steinfield plays Charlie. She's kind of a tomboy girl who works on cars, works at a fair. Her life's not the greatest. She's lost her father in the past, so she has to deal with a new stepdad. Her brother and mom are all moving on, and she's not. She loves her cars, that's what she does. Until she gets a new car, a bug, and it turns out to be Bumblebee. He has a little expedition, something is coming after him, and so she friends with him, and then something, big robots, bad robots, and we all know all what's going to happen down. Transformers fighting, Decepticons, all this kind of stuff. It's a new Transformers movie without Michael Bay, and that's the biggest thing. I can go ahead and say Travis Knight has directed the best Transformers movie we have gotten, a live action one. This movie was so much better than the other movies by a mile. The opening scene alone, the first 5-minute action scene, is better than anything we've gotten from the Michael Bay Transformers. Hands down, the opening scene is something Transformers fans have grown up to wanting to see in live action, and you get to see it. It is so cool, the opening scene, and the characters you really do like this time. I mean, well, most of them, I would say. Like, Hailee Steinfeld as Charlie, she was great. Me personally, I actually love Hailee Steinfeld. I think she is super pretty. I love her in Edge of 17 and True Grit, and she was just good in Spider-Verse, which I saw Friday night early. But no, either way, she was fantastic as Charlie. She was so relatable. You felt for her character. And the relationship between her and Bumblebee is fantastic. They have some great heartwarming moments, very sad moments, very funny moments. Most of the jokes that they did with each other was very funny. Like, I won't spoil it, but the revenge scene, when you see the movie, it comes out, the revenge scene, the whole crowd erupted with laughter, and I did too. It's one of the funniest scenes I've seen all year. It was hilarious. I loved that scene. I was dying in this scene. It was so funny. But most of the jokes from each other was perfectly written. The dialogue between them, again, their characteristics between each other, their relationship, fan-freaking-tastic. I love the relationship between them. And again, the movie felt like a 90s, 80s Transformers movie because it felt, the dialogue in some parts was a little cheesy, especially from John Cena. I will say this, John Cena plays a kind of like the villain, you could say, but he has some lines in this movie where they're pretty darn cheesy. I mean, they're pretty cheesy. But the movie itself is so family friendly, and us watching these previous Transformers movies, Michael Bay, we're so used to like angles and lens flares and explosions and fireworks and butts and hot girls and all that kind of stuff. In this one, it feels like a family movie. Like, you could totally bring your kids to see this movie. It's so family orientated, and so that does bring a little kind of kid jokes and cheesy lines. Like one scene, John Cena is like making a joke with a paintball gun, and he keeps shooting guys like, oh I'm sorry, manufacture it. And it keeps going for like 20 more seconds. It was kind of cheesy. He makes a joke about it. He's like, I'm gonna rip your face off if you don't catch up to him. I'm just like, it's cheesy, I'm enjoying it, but it is cheesy, you know what I mean? But that's what the original Transformers is, guys. I mean, that's what it is. You got these cheesy lines, and this movie brings it. That's why this one's the best Transformers movie we've ever gotten. But again, the front face is that we get to see Bumblebee in his in his actual being, an actual bug. That was so great to see him in an actual bug. But when she gets his car or whatever, she builds a relationship into him, and that's what really cares. It reminded me of the Iron Giant, especially toward the end, where they team up with each other and they got to defeat the Decepticons. And speaking of Decepticons, here is my biggest issue with the villains. So, I'm not going to spoil what this is, because again, it's very early review, I don't want to spoil it. But there's a subplot in this movie about the main villain Decepticons. They come to Earth to find Bumblebee, and so there's something in that what they do with the human government and the Decepticons, and it reminded me of Transformers 3, and if anything reminds me of Transformers 3, it gets a negative. There's something they do in this movie that I did not like at all. Every time it cut to this kind of subplot, I was like, this is so stupid. I mean, there's this cartoon character, a human character, who literally just I don't want to spoil it. It's a really early review, so I'm just being very vague. But it's something really stupid. It reminded me of Transformers 3, and I wish I could talk about it, but I'm not going to. But that really killed the movie a lot in that aspect. I mean, it was just stupid. I mean, I was like, really? Really? And then, besides, like, the jokes between Hailee Steinfield and Bumblebee, most of the other jokes around all the human characters are pretty dumb. Like the stepdad, he has a few funny lines, or he does a funny thing at the very end of the movie, but at first, I was like, this is not working, I'm not enjoying this. And so, yeah, some of the comedy didn't work unless it was Bumblebee and Charlie talking to each other and their relationship. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. It was a way better movie than any Michael Bay piece of shit we got. This is the one to see. Take your family to go see it. It is an awesome movie with great laughs in some parts, great action. Travis Knight, again, he did a fantastic job with the character and relationship between Bumblebee and Charlie. It's heartwarming. It's kind of sad towards the end. It's a very, very good movie and a very good Transformers movie just by itself. And I'm going to give Bumblebee, I almost called it Transformers, I'm going to give Bumblebee a very high B. I think it's an awesome movie. It's entertaining. It's very good. Again, just a few issues about cheesiness and John Cena lines, and definitely with a subplot with the government and the Decepticons that I just hated that remind me of Transformers 3. Besides that, go see this movie. It's definitely a Christmas movie that I think everyone should go see. I'm really hoping it makes money because I would love to see another spin-off to another Transformers movie to maybe continue on Bumblebee. I don't know what they're going to do. I do want to see no more Michael Bay though. No more. We've gotten the good one. Take this, build off it. No more Michael Bay. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this early review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.